Hey, good morning YouTube. It is your beekeeper here. It's Sunday the 23rd. I thought I'd get you some current updates. Look, it's current. There's my spark burn from last Monday. It's actually healing quite nicely. I'm very happy with that. So yeah, that'll prove that today is that it's a current video. How about that? I don't know what it'll prove. What have I gotten done? I had some videos that I was going to edit, or I was editing yesterday, and they just were stupid, so I'm not going to upload any of the stupid ones. I figure I would just do an general update video and let you know where everything sits. I had done a 3-video series on installing crown molding and how to install crown molding, and it was tough to do. It just didn't come out right. It wasn't flowing well and everything, so that's on my list of videos to make for y'all, because took me a while to figure it out and kind of perfect the angles and figuring angles and corners, and I don't know, maybe it'll be helpful to someone. So soon, hopefully by 2017, I'll have a video or 3 put together on how to do crown molding and considerations for crown molding. So anyhow, so I figured I would just do an update. I've been kind of in and out of this place for the last week and a half. We had templates made for the countertops. She's doing a product called Silestone on here. Tea leaf is what it's called. Silestone tea leaf. So that's the material. It's obviously not that thin, but that's what the countertop's going to be. That's what the floor is going to be. I think it was Gravel Trucking made a comment about how everything is so white, and it is a lot of white in here. Yeah, we're hoping to break that up a little bit. I think the dark floor and the countertops, and then she's going with a buttery yellow wall. At least that's what her thought was for the last week. But we're gonna get the countertops installed and kind of see what kind of colors that brings out. She wants to do a white tile backsplash, which I'm gonna see if I can steer her out of that, because I think it's gonna be too much white, but what do I know? So what have I done in the last couple of weeks? Oh, I was starting to say the Silestone folks came out and built templates for these about a week and a half ago. There's a 3-week lead time between templates and installation, and the homeowner is going to be out of town till the first week of July, so their schedules are not coinciding. So I'm not getting countertops in this place until after the first week of July, and I'm basically kind of dead in the water. So it's okay though, because I've got a bunch of other stuff that I've been getting done, and it's been working out pretty well. Yeah. So there's glass in there, and it actually makes a big difference in sound and temperature when everything is closed up. It's kind of nice. Handles went on yesterday. That's pretty cool. Got all the backer installed and the crown molding installed in the top. Get this done. We ended up going with LED undercab lights. That's pretty slick. Installed these under cabinet molding to kind of hide the light fixtures and whatnot. A lot of lights into there, but she wanted lighting. I got this shelving modified, cut, installed, and fit. This was actually not, originally I thought this was a unit that slid in, but apparently not. It was just 3 blank shelves that I had to make fit. So of course then that it leaves the drywall exposed in back, and now I had to make it nice and smooth. So that's what these pink splotches are. That was the patches that I did with topping compound, and then I shoot a little tint into the mud to give it an offset color so I know where to sand, so I'm not sanding stuff I don't need, otherwise it'll all blend in. But I digress. So the corbels, I mounted the corbels, and then there are 1, 2, 3 shelves that we have modified to fit. I notched them to fit behind this detail here, as well as this, and then there's a shelf here to make it nice. And yeah. And as a follow-up to the plywood boxes, I forget who made the comment, somebody made the comment that these were plywood because they're exposed, but I think you're right. Actually, I think you're right. But I think that's what it is. I think just because these have glass doors and you can see on the inside, that's why these are painted. These are all particle board, as well as this corner unit is particle board, and these wall cabinets are all particle board. So there's no plywood in these guys, which is dumb, but whatever. I don't know. I didn't order this stuff, so I don't make the stuff. I didn't order this stuff. I had to install filler pieces, 3-inch filler pieces on either side of the microwave, because she's getting a commercial 36-inch stove here, and microwaves are 30 inches. This is vented through the roof to the outside. There's the box that covers the electrical and the flue pipe. I've got to put a little bitty bit of trim. I keep these loose in here, and for 2 reasons. Well, maybe only for 1 reason, I don't know. There's an outlet, the receptacle's back behind here that powers this, and I like covering that. Nobody wants to see a cord sticking there, and the cord takes up space. Here, let me see if I can get up there. You know, and a cord takes up space, right? So, you know what, you guys just have to take my word for it. There's a 7-inch flue pipe that goes up there through the attic and into the old roof jack. I ended up cutting down that big tall roof jack that was there, and I slid shingles under there and did the roof myself because the roofer's an absolute flake, and I just got tired of waiting for him. So anyhow, I like covering the power cord for this, but you also want to have access to it in case you ever need to pull the microwave down. So this is just set up in there, and then you just have to pull it out and slide it, and then you can unplug the microwave and pull the microwave if you wanted to. So I was going to make a single panel shaker style door just like these, and it's easy enough to do. I can do that. I have the router and the table, the router table and a table saw is really all you need, and I could have built that door. However, I ended up finding a single panel shaker door pre-primed at Lowe's for 88 bucks, and it's a solid fir door. It's not a masonite door, hollow core, any of that crap. I'll show you guys that in a minute. And for 88 bucks, way cheaper than I could build one. Way cheaper. Time and materials, yeah. So I just bought it, and then I'm going to modify it. She wants to put a window in the top, a frosted window in the top, just like the old door behind me, the one back behind me. Turn around and look. No? Okay, forget you then. The one that led to the mudroom that had the window panel, the window pane up top, but she'd like it frosted. And so anyhow, so I'm just going to modify that, and I'll show you what I have to do to modify that. Here I am working. I'm going to work in the dungeon to get this door ready. I don't like doing all that planing and cutting upstairs. There's just no need for it. It just makes a mess. And so this one's 24 inches wide, so I'm going to shave about 1/2 inch to 5/8 of an inch. Bosh. There's the door. Now it's just set in there. There's no stop. That trim there is the stop for the door, you know, so if I touched it, it would fall through right now. I'm gonna hold off trimming the bottom of the door until I do the floor. So actually when I come in to do the hardwood floor, I'm gonna remove the door, install the floor, and then I'll measure down to what I need to cut it. So I'm gonna leave the bottom of the door long for right now. But here's why you need to hire somebody to do, if you're hiring somebody to do your work, here's why you need to hire somebody that pays attention to what the hell is going on. If I was just a drone doing exactly as I was told, I would punch the window in this door, the 1/3 window in this door, and I'd walk away from it. But quite honestly, I don't know that that window would look good. I don't know. Tell me, God, that spot. You guys tell me what you think. I'm going to take a picture of it. As I mentioned earlier, the homeowner's in Baston. She's in Baston right now for a wedding and won't be back till the first week of July. But I'm going to hold off cutting the window in this door because I don't think it'll look right. There are no other doors anymore in here that have the 1/3 glass, and you've got your shaker panel doors immediately adjoining this door. I don't know, maybe I'm screwed up, but I think it looks pretty good the way it is. If that were painted the white trim color, it'll match these doors. A 1/3 window here wouldn't match these panes because these are multi-panel light doors. So yeah, I just got off the phone with the owner, and she's sitting on by the dock of the bay up there, well, the ocean, and looking at sailboats, and she's like, yeah, take a picture of it, send it across, I'll think about it. But I don't know, tell me what you think. So nonetheless, I'm going to strike some hinges in this thing and then set the stop, and I'm going to call it a day. Here's a tip: if you guys are installing hardware for doors, spend $6, even if you're doing just your cabinets and you'll never touch cabinet hardware again. Spend the $6 at your big box store and buy this little kit. It comes with a drill bit, and it comes with 2 different jigs. And I've put in enough knobs and pulls in cabinet hardware by using combination squares such as these, and or building my own jigs, that when a few years back when I saw these things were mass produced and they're cheap as dirt, they're the way to go. So what you do with these guys is you'll stick them in the corner of the door like this, and they have these little plates to help you line them up every time. They have a series of holes depending on what you want to do, and your holes come out perfect every time. This guy here hangs on the top of these faces. All you have to do is measure to the center of the drawer, and you'll set that like that, and find out what your spread is and where you want it, and you just hit the same hole every time. Dude, I cannot impress upon you enough what a time saver these are. Butt markers! Butt markers are nice for doing hinges. So let me get some hinges installed in this door and get on getting on. Okay, so a very short time later, this really wasn't rocket surgery. The door is installed. See, I put the stop in, just by this casing stock by the foot. Stop, S-T-O-P, stop. Gaps are pretty respectable. The latching mechanism we're going to use for this is a special order. So it's not on site, so I just put a piece of tape there. Yeah. I think it looks pretty decent as a single panel door without a window. I don't know. What do I know? All right, I gotta run. It's time's a ticking. I gotta get the rest of my Sunday spent somewhere else than here. So I'll see you guys next week. I've got some other work scheduled for Monday, Tuesday of next week, which I'll take some video of. I don't know if I'll upload it because it may not be that interesting. I don't know. We'll find out. All right, I gotta go. See you.